Hello everyone, I'm Zero, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to beat all the Pandaria Tamers with just 2 pets. Now, the 2 pets that you are going to need are these 2 right here, the Emerald Proto-Whelp and the Anubisath Idol. Now, the Anubisath Idol only comes in 1 breed, so it's not an issue. For the Emerald Proto-Whelp though, you have to make sure that it is a power/power type, and it only needs to be green quality. It doesn't have to be rare or higher, just green is fine. Now, where you get these 2 pets, I'm going to show you. You get the Anubisath Idol from the instance on Krasarang, which is located down here in Silithus. You have to do the 40-man. It drops off one of the later bosses, and they're called the Twin Emperors. The other option is, because it is a tradable pet, you can just buy him off the auction house. Now, the second pet, the Proto-Whelp, you find up here in Sholzar Basin. He's right here. Now, I quickly also want to explain a few add-ons that I'm using that are very helpful. One is Pet Tracker, which shows you where you can find all the pets in the world. Its other more important function that I'm going to be using is, when in combat with trainers, it'll show me all of my opponent's abilities and when they're on cooldown. Very, very helpful. Another useful add-on I have is Pet BattleMaster, which lets me create teams. So I can preset teams, like as you can see here, I've got my Pandaria Tamers team, has my Proto-Whelp and my Anubisath Idol in it. I've got Servant of Demedos, is the pet that I'm going to be leveling up because he's my carry pet. One other add-on you're going to want to get is PetBreedID, and what that does is, as you can see here on the screen next to the Emerald Proto-Whelp's name, it tells me exactly what his breed is, as well as the breed options, and it uses letters. Just make sure that when you get all these add-ons, Pet Tracker has its own breed identifier, but it uses symbols instead of letters. I find the letters a lot easier, so just delete that one portion out of that add-on, because for whatever reason it overwrites the PetBattleID, which I find much better. I believe that's everything I need to cover. Yep. So let's get right into this. Oh, I also need to point out, I should equip my Safari hat. There's 11 Battlemasters in Pandaria, including the Thundering Spirit. He's the only one that this team won't work on, but later in the end of the video I'm going to show you a team that will. Now, if you're just using the Safari hat for the 10% increase, to take a pet from level 1 to 25, you'll need to beat 6 Tamers. If you're using the pet treats that boost it even further, you'll need less. So since there's 11 Tamers, I'm going to be leveling up 2 pets. And you're going to want to use specific Tamers who don't damage the carry pet as your pets to start with. So right here we're going to start in Jade Forest. Hyuna of Shrines, she's one of them. And the other one, oh, that's all cluttered, let me just turn that off. Ah, crap. Alright, there we go. The other one is Whispering Pandaran Spirit. So that's why you want to start here in Jade Forest, because both these Tamers do not damage the carry pet, so they're great to get your pets started at level 1, so your 2 level 1 pets. Other Tamers that don't do any damage to the carry pet is Morok down in Krasarang Wilds, and Walker Shu up here in the Dread Wastes. Now, you'll want to use them to help you get other pets started if you're using pet treats, because you'll level up pets a lot faster. So you'll want to use these 4 as your starters. Alright, so we're going to get into Hyuna here. For her, you want to have your Proto-Whelp leading. Make sure he's set as 2, 2, 1. And your Anubisath Idol set as 1, 1, 1. So let's do this.
Welcome. Travel safe. Oh, hello. Farewell.
Alright, so we're going to start off this first fight. You're going to first do Emerald Presence. And then you're just going to repeatedly use Emerald Bite until Sky Shaper is dead. So first guy, pretty straightforward. We're going to do some big damage on him. as you can see here, this is Pet Tracker, showing me what all of his abilities are. It shows me that they're weak against me, or if they're strong against me. And he doesn't have any abilities with a cooldown, so not showing that. Alright, second pet, we're going to first use an Emerald Bite. And now for our next move, we're going to use Proto Strike, because he's going to use his Burrow ability. So see, as you can see here down, I got the cooldowns on both of his abilities right there. So I know when he's going to use them now. And now we're going to use Emerald Bite until the Proto-Whelp dies. So that might happen thanks to random number generation. The Proto-Whelp might survive. Simply just hit Emerald Bite again. There you go, he'll die. Now we're going to want to bring out our carry pet. And now we're going to immediately swap to our Anubisath idol. Now, if Fangor does kill your Proto-Whelp, what you're going to want to do instead is you're going to swap to the carry pet and then swap to Anubisath idol like I just did. You're going to use Sandstorm on him and then Crush until he dies. And then when the turtle first comes out, Door the Wall, you're going to use Deflection to block his headbutt ability here, which is now on cooldown. Now, I know here it says Sandstorm will do big damage against him, but in the long run, it's actually better off just to use Crush over and over again. The reason for that is because Sandstorm reduces the amount of damage you do, and in past battles doing it over and over again, I found using Sandstorm made him take less damage and it took me longer to finish the fight. So you're just going to use Crush over and over again, and then when he has Headbutt off cooldown, you're going to use Deflection. And there you go. That's all there is to beating this guy. Now while I'm going through this, I want to point out that you can sometimes have where you'll have Headbutt and Healing Wave off of cooldown. In the event that you get that happening, he will use the Healing Wave first before the Headbutt ability. So go ahead and use Crush before your Deflection, because if you use Deflection, he's going to cast his heal, and then you're going to get hit by the Headbutt on the next round. So, now this is a bit of a long fight just because of that very powerful heal he has, and all he does is spam that shield. Come on. Going for some good crits to hit him. Alright, so now that he's actually nice and low health, and you can see here Sandstorm will do a high amount of damage, I'm going to go ahead and use it and hope that'll finish him off and kill him before he gets his heal off. And there we go, he's dead. So there's Hyuna, and you get a nice big boost. Oh yes, I also forgot to mention PetBattleMaster will also bring this up, lets you quickly switch between your teams, and shows you your current status of your team, and it also lets you heal your team. So as soon as the fight's over, immediately heal your team up.
Greetings.
Run over.
I hope to see you again soon.
Now, before I head over to the next tamer, I'm going to quickly switch up things the way they're supposed to be. So now we're going to want the Anubisath idol to lead. And we're going to just switch one of Emerald Proto-Whelp's abilities to Emerald Dream. So it's now 1, 1, 1, and 2, 2, 2. So let's fly on over to the Whispering Pandaran Spirit, which is just up here. I'm going to be leaving in the flight paths just so you can see in overall how long that this whole chain of events would take. Actually, while I'm flying over, I will get my next pet that I'm planning to level, which is going to be the Red Cricket, because I haven't leveled him up yet, so he's going to be my other pet that I'm leveling up. So since I'm only using the hat, I'm only going to be leveling up 2 pets. Now another great reason why you want to level your battle pets from the tamers out here, especially the spirit tamers, is because their bags that they drop have a chance to drop their pet. So that's really useful, because if you're missing it, you can get it. If you already have it, you can always sell it on the auction house to make a little bit of gold. Alright, next one, Whispering Pandaran Spirit. And go ahead and start the fight. Alright, so now for this first guy, Dusty, we're bringing a deflection right off the bat. So we want to block this ability here, Moth Dust, because it has a chance to put us to sleep for a round, and we don't want that. For your second ability, you're going to want to use Sandstorm. Now, you want to use it, it's going to get wasted on his little moth block here, but you want to use it because the damage reduction from Sandstorm makes his third attack here do no damage to you at all. So, like see right there, all misses. You can't, oh, well, a little bit of damage, but not much. So now all you're going to do is crush again, and crush twice. And then the perfect thing is deflection has the perfect cooldown to match it, so as soon as your deflection's off, hit it again. And then we're going to go back to crushing. Now this fight will take a little while just because he's got that block ability. We're going to go ahead and crush again. And as soon as Sandstorm's off cooldown, immediately recast it. You are faster, so you will always go first. And then we're going to deflect again. Crush. Crush again. And another crush. Hopefully you'll get lucky and get some crit hits in here so that he dies faster. This fight would be a lot faster if it wasn't for his little block ability there. Alright, one more hit and we should have this as long as Crush doesn't miss. There we go. Alright, so Dusty is dead. Now comes out his little dragon, Whispertail. Now all we're going to do here is use Crush until the Anubisath idol dies. Essentially, we just want to do as much damage as we can to him so that our Emerald Proto Drake has an easier time finishing him off when we bring him out. I will note now that there is a chance your Anubisath idol will win. Actually, I think that might happen right now for me. Yep, and he did. Oh, I still died from that dot. So if you did survive, you would just immediately switch to your carry pet, like I am right now. And when he dies earlier, same thing. You're just going to pull out the carry pet, and then switch to the Emerald Proto-Whelp. And you're going to want to start off with an Emerald Presence. Now, if the dragon was still alive, you would do the exact same thing. Emerald Presence to reduce your damage you take. And then you're just going to Emerald Bite him until he dies, and then the Pandaran Air Spirit will pop out. Now what you want to do for this guy is you're going to just be Emerald Biting, and maintaining Emerald Presence whenever it gets down to 1 round is when you would reactivate it. I'm actually doing really good this round with a good crit. So it looks like I'm actually going to probably beat him without having to use it, but if your Emerald Proto-Whelp starts getting low around 500, 400 health, that's when you would use the Emerald Dream ability, because that'll get you fully healed back to max health, and then again you would just reapply your Emerald Presence, and then continue on Emerald Biting. So we'll see if I'll use it or not. No. So there you go, I didn't need it, but most of the time you will most likely have to use Emerald Dream to heal yourself up because of taking damage from the second guy. So we're going to go over here, turn this in, and I'm going to go ahead and start flying to our next destination, which is going to be here, Farmer Nishi and Valley of the Four Winds. So I'm just going to go ahead and point at her. Now you're going to probably want to bring some pet bandages along, just so you can avoid that 8-minute timer for your pets. As you can see, mine isn't up yet. So now we're just going to get the team set up for Farmer Nishi. So we're actually going to be leading with the carry pet, and second will be the Anubisath idol, same setup, 1-1-1. Emerald Proto-Whelp is going to be doing 2-2 and back to 1 again. I just make sure I'm flying in the right direction towards Farmer Nishi. Just waiting for this to finish. There we go. Everybody's all healed up. Nope, and I just flew past her. Alright. So now this tamer is going to do some damage to your pet.
May your days bring you joy.
So that's why they're going first, because they're going to have to attack. Doesn't matter. Any ability.
Farewell.
So let's start this up. Alright, so you're all gonna probably notice an edit there because I actually messed up the rotation doing this and died. So here we go again. You're just gonna attack with your carry pet first. Switch out to your Anubisath idol. You're gonna use Sandstorm first. The main reason you want Sandstorm is you want to get rid of Sunny Day, which is helping Siren heal a lot. So now you're just going to keep crushing until Siren dies. If Siren gets the chance to recast Sunlight, just recast Sandstorm again to get rid of it. So just keep crushing. Now due to the random number generator, you might, if Siren gets a crit on you, you might die. Just don't worry about it. Forfeit. Re-heal your pets and start the fight up again. Yeah, see, Siren's gonna get a chance to recast Sunshine now. So now I made a mistake, don't cast it yet, because you are faster, you're gonna go before him. So there you go, just punch. And oh, he did not cast Sunshine yet. Sunlight. Oh, there it is. So there you go. See, he's dead. And now we're on Toothbreaker. So we're going to first start off with Sandstorm. Main reason we want to do that is to get rid of Sunlight if it's still up, and also to reduce the damage from his current little burrow ability here, Sons of Root. So all we're going to do is Sandstorm, and then we're going to Crush. And then we're going to wait till he pops back up to use Deflection. So there we go, he's back. We're not going to use Deflection because he's going to use Leech Seed. So we want to block that. And now we just go back to Crushing. So now from this point on, we're just going to keep using Crush and Sandstorm whenever it's not on cooldown. And now again, this is when Pet Tracker comes in real handy. Whenever Toothbreaker has Leech Seed off cooldown is when we're going to Deflection, so we can block that ability. So here you go, he's got it off. So now I'm going to cast Deflection. And Crush, he should be dead soon. Ah, he's back underground again, so we have to wait for him to come back up. So I'm going to use Sandstorm because his Leech Seed is not yet off cooldown. So let's hopefully this will kill him. Not quite. So we have to use Deflection again. Oh, of course I would miss to delay this longer. There we go, Toothbreaker's dead. Okay, so as soon as Brood of Motheris comes out, immediately switch to your Emerald Proto-Whelp. And the first thing you want to do is use Proto Strike, because we're going to dodge his burrow with it. We're now going to use Emerald Presence because we want to take less damage from him, mainly his little poisons there. And now we're going to go ahead and use Emerald Bite. Now your Proto Strike and his Burrow actually share the same cooldown. So whenever it's off, as soon as the cooldown is up, use it, because he's going to use Burrow. So use it at the same time, you dodge his ability perfectly, and damage him. So now he's almost dead, so I'm not going to bother applying Emerald Presence. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish him off. And there you go. There's Farmer Nishi.
Greetings. I hope to see you again soon.
Okay, so now we're going to fly down to our next target, which is down here in Krasarang Wilds. It's Morok. So while I am flying in that direction, we will set up the team. We're going to be leading with the Emerald Proto-Whelp, and we're going to be using 2, 2, and 2 again for him. And your Anubisath idol will once again remain the same as 1, 1, 1. So again, remember to heal up as soon as you can. If not, make sure you've got a few pet battle bandages so you can keep going without having to stop. Of course. So, like I said earlier, Morok is one that will not damage your carry pet at all. So if you're planning to do more than 2 pets, this is when you would swap him in. And I'm actually going to swap in the Servant of Demidos to get him a little bit higher up to help him withstand damaging abilities from the Tamers later on. Oop, out of control. Alright. So here's Morok. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to start off the first round with Bite. So now there's a specific rotation that we're going to repeat until Woodcarver dies. It's going to be first Emerald Presence. Then we're going to use Emerald Dream. So now we're going to be asleep here for a couple rounds, but we're going to be healing. Then we're going to go ahead and use Bite. And a second Bite. And that list of 4 is what we're going to repeat until Woodcarver is dead. So again, Presence, because we use it while he's underground. And then we're going to go to sleep again to re-heal ourselves up. And now we're going to go ahead and use Bite twice again. Hopefully Woodcarver will finally die. Let's see, will it crit? Nope. So we got to do the cycle one more time. And he should be dead now after this set. So Emerald Presence, Emerald Dream again. So Emerald Bite. And we've got a no share. Alright, now as Lightstalker comes out, we're going to refresh our Emerald Presence. You're going to want to do that regardless if you have it up or not already. Just refresh it so that you take less damage in the long run. And now we're just going to use our Emerald Bite ability until Lightstalker's dead. As you can see here, he's going to be doing almost no damage to us while we're doing a high amount of damage. So this one will be nice and easy. We should kill him since we got the bonus dragon ability. Yep, there it is. Alright, Needle backs out. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to use Emerald Bites until our new Proto-Whelp dies. Main reason we want to do this is we just want to get some damage in, and it lets us also now switch in our battle pets, and now he won't be taking any damage because we're going to be immediately swapping him back out for the Anubisath idol. So now we're going to be using Sandstorm to reduce his damage, and it also does bonus for us. And now we're just going to use Crush until his Headbutt ability comes off cooldown. So when it's off cooldown, that's when we're going to use Deflection so that we can block it. Yeah, and we're definitely going to have to because I missed that attack. So there's Headbutt off cooldown, so I'm now going to go ahead and use Deflection. And just back to using Crush until Needleback dies. As long as I don't miss, this will be over. And there you go, there's Morok defeated. Alright, so now we're going to fly on over to our next tamer, which is going to be way over here. It's the Pandaran Water Spirit, also known as the Flowing Spirit. So let's get our team set up for him. We're going to start with our carry pet. Now for him, he does quite a bit of damage to your carry pet, so he has to be a decent level. You're also going to want to make sure, if you can, avoid it being weak to aquatic abilities. So here, my Servant of Demedos actually takes less damage, so I'm going to use him. If your pet does take a lot of damage from aquatic abilities, I would recommend making sure he's higher level. So back to the setup. Anubisath Idol remains the same, 1/1/1, but our Emerald Proto-Whelp, sorry, is going to be switching to staying at 2, and then we're going to be switching to 1 and 1. And now your Anubisath Idol will most likely end up soloing this. Excuse me, sorry about that. He'll most likely end up soloing this fight. The Proto-Whelp is really just there as backup to finish it in the event that he dies. Almost there. So the water spirit is just over here. Our team's all set for the fight, minus that they're incapacitated. Oh, I'm at the wrong spot actually. Oh no, wait, no, I am. My mistake, I am at the right spot, so it's right here. Now, my thing's still on a timer, so I'm just going to quickly use a pet bandage because I want to keep rolling. So let's start the fight. So everyone, I made a little mistake there. You're going to notice the edits. I messed up the rotation and my Anubisath idol died really early. So again, explaining this fight, just go ahead and attack with any ability as long as it's not an ability that has recovery time, because you want to be able to swap out your pet as soon as you can for the Anubisath idol. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to immediately use deflection. So you want to block that whirlpool, because as you can see here, it has 1 round left. That means it's going to be used on that round. So we want to block that. We don't want to get hit by that. And now we're going to use Sandstorm, because it does a lot of damage to him and reduces the amount of damage we take. So now all we're going to do is use Crush and Sandstorm whenever it's not on cooldown, and use Deflection when Whirlpool has 1 round left to go. So I'm going to go ahead and use Deflection now. He's going to dodge because he's going to use his dive ability, but that's okay. And we're going to, and now we're going to go ahead and hit him again. And now we're going to use Sandstorm to finish him off. And now brings out his second pet, Tiptoe. So, very beginning, if you don't have Sandstorm up, immediately use it. If you already have Sandstorm going, just go ahead and use Crush. And now, because I've got the leftover Whirlpool from the previous guy, I'm going to go ahead and use Deflection to block it. And then now I go back to using Crush. Now the reason here why you want to maintain Sandstorm is because Tiptoe and the Water Spirit himself use that wave ability that hits all your pets. So you want to maintain Sandstorm up because that's going to reduce the amount of damage your other 2 pets are taking, including your carry pet. So if he's a lower level, you don't want him taking as much damage so that he doesn't die. Alright, so there you go. I refresh Sandstorm so that and see, you'll see it right here on the bottom of the screen. They're taking damage, but it's reduced by the Sandstorm. Alright, so Tiptoe is now dead. And he's going to bring out the Water Spirit. So again, we're going to be maintaining Sandstorm throughout this fight, and we're just going to be using Crush. And then we're going to Crush again. And we're going to use Crush one more time. Alright, so now that he's got his 2 abilities with 1 Geyser and Whirlpool, with 1 round left, we're going to go ahead and use our Deflection to block it. And he dodges everything, and now we reapply Sandstorm. I cannot stress how enough it is to have Sandstorm for the Water Spirit, because even if your carry pet is high level, but weak to aquatic abilities, it is quite possible that he could die just from those waves hitting him. So there we go. Pandaran Water Spirit. And he's done. So there you go, everyone. That's how you beat the flowing tamer. Alright, so time to fly off to our next target, which is Walker Shu. So now, you can normally fly directly to him. I seem to have a problem with my game that when I fly through this area here, this weird tree name that I can't pronounce, it crashes my game, so I have to fly around it, unfortunately. So please just bear with me as I'm flying around. In the meantime, though, we will be setting up our battle pets for Walker Shu. So, we're gonna be leading with our, we'll be leading with our carry pet. Second will be Anubisath idol with his usual 1-1-1, and the Proto-Whelp will be using 2 and 2. Now, I should explain the reason for the Proto-Whelp. In the event that your Anubisath idol did die on the water spirit, all you would do is use your second ability to heal up your Proto-Whelp. Generally try and do it as soon as he's around 800-900 health, and the Proto-Strike is to be used to dodge the Geyser and Whirlpool abilities. So he's really just there as backup. Your Anubisath idol should have no problem soloing it, but if random number generators work against you, you'll have to pull them out to finish it off. Now, I did mention that this Walker Shu is another one where if your pet is level 1, you can use him to get your pet started. The main reason is, even though while leading, his first pet doesn't do damage to you. So that's how you can get away with it. So let's go ahead and start up the fight. Hi everyone, you're going to notice an edit there. I didn't do too well the last game. RNG was against me, and the last pet got a crit and killed my Proto-Whelp. So we just started this off with 1 attack, and then we're going to switch to the Anubisath item. Now, I did realize I did make a mistake. You cannot use this guy for a level 1 pet because the second pet uses earthquake abilities that will kill him if he's low level. So make sure he's got some decent level on him. So we're going to Sandstorm. And then we're going to Deflect. And now we just Crush as a filler. This fight does take a little while just because of his heal ability. Now I'm going to cast Deflection again. And I just made a mistake there. I should have used Sandstorm and not Crush. He dies. So it looks like RNG's looking good. So he's actually going to use Sandstorm first. So we're going to start off with a Crush. And now we're going to use Deflection to block both the Whirlpool and his strong Rupture ability. So now we're just going to go ahead and keep on crushing. We don't need to reapply Sandstorm anymore. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to keep reapplying Sandstorm to reduce the amount of damage that they're taking there in the back. So that'll help us keep them alive. So there we go. My Sandstorm is now off cooldown. I'm going to go ahead and use it. So now he does a little switch. He's not going to use his Sandstorm ability. He's going to use his Rupture. Now, so we're going to go ahead and block that. So, we're going to go ahead and finish him off. Now, generally by this time, usually your Anubisath idol will have died. When that happens, you would have just used Emerald Presence and then Emerald Bite until you defeat, what's his name? Not Crusher, Pound Fist, or Pounder. So yeah, just use that, and then this guy will pop out. So since my Anubisath idol is still alive, I'm just going to go ahead and use Crush until he dies. Main reason I want to do this is because Mutilator doesn't have any healing ability, so we're going to soften him up for the Proto-Whelp to make it even easier, and also to make that fight a little bit faster. Wow, he is really not doing that much damage to me. And almost there. As you can see here, I've actually done a ton of damage to my Anubisath idol because he was lucky and survived. So now we're going to pull up the Emerald Proto-Whelp, and we're going to go ahead and use Emerald Presence. And Emerald Bite. Now if this fight was lasting, actually I'm going to have to use it anyway, what you're going to do is, as soon as you're at less than half health, immediately use your Emerald Drain. Because he can crit you for around 500 health and kill you. So don't take the chance, just heal up once you're close to 600 health. There you go, I'm back to full. I'm going to reapply my Emerald Presence to help reduce damage. Oh, see, there's a huge crit. I am actually in a lot of trouble right now because he got that. Hopefully I will outlast him because my heal is not on cooldown. There we go. So I actually got really lucky there at the end. Mutilator got a really big crit on me and nearly killed me. Alright. So let's just turn this in. And we're now going to head off to our next opponent here, which is Zushi. So you're going to want to heal your pets. I'm going to actually make a swap out now and bring in Red Cricket because he has not gotten much. And Served of Demidos is almost max level. So let's bring in Red Cricket for this one. Now, for Seeker Zushi, we're going to be leading... Nope, just got to turn around that tree. We're going to be leading with the Anubisath idol with his usual setup, 1-1-1 across the board. And Emerald Proto-Whelp, 2-2, and switch over to 1. Now, what order these two guys are in don't usually matter. It's all about who's leading in the fight. Let me see how off course I am. Oh, I'm very off course. So yeah, as I said earlier, I did make a mistake. You can, because of the damage Seeker Walker Shu does on a second pet, you can't use them to start. So if you're going to be leveling 3 pets because you're using treats, it's going to be here, Hyuna of the Shrines, the Whispering Pandaran Spirit, and Morok down here are the ones you're going to use. So we're doing pretty good. So there's only a few left. We got Seeker Zushi, then next is the Burning Pandaran Spirit, and then we've got Courageous Yawn, and then Aki the Chosen, and then there's the Thundering Spirits, which I'll show you how to do with the 2 other pets, not these 2 pets. Almost there. Alright, here we are, Seeker Zushi. So since I've already got the team all set up and all healed up, I can get right into the fight.
Water is life. The waters foretold of this meeting.
Okay, so up against Diamond, first things first, we're going to go ahead and use Sandstorm. Next, we are going to use Deflection, because he should be using Howling Blast, and that's what we want to block. Now, we're just going to use Crush. Now we just use Crush over and over again. Use Sandstorm whenever it's off cooldown. And as you can see here, Deflection and his Howling Blast ability share the exact same cooldown. We're just going to use that whenever that's available. So there we go. So there we go, we're going to use Deflection now that his Howling Blast is off cooldown. Sandstorm's off cooldown, so we're going to go ahead and reapply that. And now we go back to just using Crush. Almost there, one more. And of course he dodged, so now I have to redo Deflection. And Crush one more time. There we go. Alright, now that he's dead, first thing we're going to do, we're going to immediately switch over to our Emerald Proto-Whelp. Now as soon as he's out, you're going to use Proto Strike, because we're going to be using it to dodge his dive ability. And we're going to put up Emerald Presence now, so we can take less damage. And now we use Emerald Bite. So now we're just going to use Emerald Bite. If your Emerald Presence gets down to when your Emerald Presence gets down to 1 round, reapply it. And also, once your Proto Strike is off cooldown, it should match his dive. So we're just going to go ahead and use it. He's going to dive again. Prioritize the Proto Strike over the Emerald Presence if you have to. Alright, so now for Skinner, we're just going to go ahead and use Emerald Bite until the Proto-Whelp is dead. The purpose of this is we're just going to be doing as much damage as we can to him to soften him up for our Curry Pet and Anubisath idol. So just go ahead and pass when he uses that sleep ability on you. And there he goes. So we're going to pull out the red cricket now. Now we immediately want to switch back to our Anubisath idol. Skinner is nice and weak. So he's got his pump, he's pumped up, so we're immediately going to want to use Deflection to block that. And we're going to use Sandstorm while it's available. And now if that didn't kill him, we would use Crush. And again, whenever he's got his pump buff, that's when we want to use Deflection to block that. Right. So we're going to go ahead and complete. And time for our next tamer, the Pandaran Burning Spirits. Now while flying there, we're going to go ahead and set up our team. We're going to be leading with Anubisath Idol again. This time we're going to go 1, 2, 1. We want Stone Skin. Red Cricket can stay where it is. The Emerald Proto-Whelp can also stay where it is. We keep the same setup as well for Emerald Proto-Whelp. 2, 2, 1. Again, Anubisath Idol is going to be soloing the majority of this. Emerald Proto-Whelp is just there for the end. And I flew past him. Yes, I did. Alright, here's the Burning Spirit. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, wait, I have not healed yet. No. I'm not going to wait for that. I'm just going to go ahead and bandage up. And let's start him. Alright. So, for Crimson, first things first, we're going to go ahead and use Crush. And now we're going to go ahead and apply Stone Skin. And now we're just going to use Crush until Crimson dies. If you get extremely unlucky and dodges your Crush all the time, just reapply Stone Skin when it has 1 round left. Make sure you do not use waste Deflection on him. We do need that for the Pandaran Fire Spirit, which is next. So, there you go, he's dead. Now, Pandaran Fire Spirit's going to come out. First things first, you're going to want to cast Deflection. That's going to block his really strong Conflagrate ability here. Now we're going to just go ahead and refresh our Stone Skin. It's only got 1 round left anyway. And now we're going to use Crush. So now, all we're going to do is keep using Crush until his Conflagrate ability is off cooldown. Now, just be careful to watch up there, not your Deflection, because your Deflection will be ready 1 round before his Conflagrate ability is. So, you don't want to use it ahead of time, because that'll mess up your rotation and you'll die. So, off cooldown, go ahead and use Deflection. We're going to reapply Stone Skin, because it's only got 1 left. He's going to go ahead and heal a little bit. And we're going to go back to just using Crush. Now, in the event that the Fire Spirit does get a crit and you die ahead of time, you can pull out the Emerald Proto-Whelp, and he could possibly finish it for you. Ooh, and I just messed up. Yep. So that right there was me screwing up because I wasn't paying attention, and I got hit by Conflagrate. I was lucky that he still died. Now, when Glowy comes out, you should have more health than I do. I just messed up. We're just going to go ahead and attack him twice. I'm going to use Deflection just to make sure I stay alive for the second attack, but generally Deflection would still be on cooldown. So there we go, that's 1 attack, and here's the second attack. Main reason you want to do that is because you want to absorb the 2 dots that he does. So as soon as that's over, we're going to switch now to our carry pet, because now he'll use his weaker ability here, which doesn't do much damage. And now we're going to go ahead and switch to the Emerald Proto-Whelp. So take that hit. We're going to go ahead and apply Emerald Presence because it's going to pretty much make his damage do absolutely nothing to us. See there, our Anubisath Idol died. Doesn't matter, we don't need him anymore. And now we're just going to go ahead and Emerald Bite away. Now, in the event that you get some bad luck, with RNG and your Emerald Proto-Whelp dies before you kill him, but your Anubisath Idol should still be alive. Again, I messed up this round. He should be alive. You would just pull him out and use Stone Skin and Crush to defeat him. And there we go. Burning Pandaran Spirit defeated. Go ahead, turn that in, heal up. Our next target is Courageous Yawn. So we're gonna, for this setup, we're gonna be leading with our Emerald Proto-Whelp. Same setup that we currently have, 2, 2, 1, and our Anubisath Idol needs 2, 2, and 1, and you'll be all set for him. So we're almost there. As you can see, our carry pets are very high level. My red cricket is level 22, and so is my Servant of Dimidos. Now again, because it's only 10 tamers, not including Thundering Spirit, you're only going to get one to fully 25, but you'll get the other one much higher. Alright, let's find Courageous Yawn's little cave. He's way up here at the top. Alright. Yes, I did heal my pets, so I'm ready to go.
A great darkness.
So we're going to go ahead and start this fight. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and use an Emerald Bite. And then we're going to apply Emerald Presence. We're just doing that. And now we're just going to use Emerald Bite until Pika here dies. Which isn't going to take very much. There you go, he's dead. So now what we're going to want to do is you want to immediately refresh your Emerald Presence when the last one comes out. And now we're going to use Proto Strike because he's gonna burrow. And now we're going to use Emerald Bite until he dies. I'm sorry, by he I mean your Emerald Proto-Whelp. Okay, so in the event that random number generator works in your favor and your Proto-Whelp survives, just go ahead and use Emerald Bite until he dies against Bleat. The main reason we want to do this is because we want the Proto-Whelp to die so that we can get our carry pet in for a free round to not take any damage. Alright, so Proto-Whelp is now dead. So we're going to bring in our red cricket, who's our carry pet. Now we're going to immediately be switching to our Anubisath idol. So, first things first, we're going to go ahead and cast Stone Skin, because he doesn't have his Chew buff up. So we're going to do that, reduce some damage, and now we're going to go ahead and use Demolish. Alright, so now that Bleat has his Chew buff up, we're going to go ahead and use Deflection to stop that damage from hurting us. So now that would have hit me for a lot. So now we go ahead and use Demolish and just refresh Stone Skin as we need it. There we go, nice big damage on Bleat. The reason we switched to Demolish is because it just does a ton of damage and we want him dead as soon as possible. And there you go, there's Courageous Yawn. He's down and out. Alright, so our red cricket, now level 23, is just one tamer away from being level 25. So we're going to go back to flying, and it's time for our final tamer with this team, that's Aki the Chosen. So, setup for Aki is we are going to be leading with our carry pet because he has to attack first. Anubisath idol, we want an all 1/1/1 across the board again. And Emerald Proto-Whelp, we want 2, 1, and 1 for him. So, again, team's all set up. Make sure that you heal up. I'm probably going to use a bandage as soon as I land. Alright, you're going to notice a small edit there. I had someone knocking on my door. So, it wasn't anything important. I was still flying over to Aki the Chosen. So, over at Aki the Chosen, I'm going to go ahead and heal.
Welcome. Travel safe. Tell me of your travels.
So, team's all set. Go ahead and start.
I hope to see you again soon.
We're going to start off with just an attack ability. Attacking with our carry pet. And now we're going to go ahead and switch to our Anubisath idol. go ahead and use Sandstorm. And now we're just going to use Crush until Chirrup dies. Do not reuse Sandstorm. We need that ability for the next pet, the dragon. So just keep crushing until he dies. There you go. Oh, looks like he needed it. One more should kill him. Alright, so now you might survive one more round there and your Sandstorm become available again. Do not use it. You have to use it here for Storm Slash. Reason is, he is faster. He's going to cast this Thunder ability, and we want that Lightning Storm gone. So that's why we have to override it with our Sandstorm. So now we're just going to use Crush. We're just going to go ahead and keep using Crush unless Storm Slash gets Lightning up again. If he survives, we would then reuse Sandstorm when he uses his Lightning ability. So there we go, Crush. And oh, see, I missed. There we go. So I got lucky. If he had survived one more round, we would have had to have used Sandstorm again. Okay. So now we're going to be using Sandstorm here whenever it's available. He's going to start off with Dive, that's okay. So now we're going to go ahead and use Deflection to block his Dive. And now Crush. So now all we have to do again is maintain Sandstorm and Crush as we go along. Now again, this fight is all about the Anubisath idol. The Emerald Proto-Whelp is really just here as backup in the event that our Anubisath idol dies. Which, there we go, I just did. So sometimes you can actually finish that with just him. So we're going to go ahead and pull out our Proto-Whelp. And we're going to go ahead and use Emerald Bite. He's going to dodge. We're going to use... So I actually messed up. I should have started with Proto Strike first to dodge that. So when he's got that off cooldown, use Proto Strike to dodge it. And it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and use Emerald Bite again, because I've got the extra damage. I'm going to go ahead and heal up now, just to help me survive a bit better. Because he also had his little buff there that made him invulnerable to die, so that's also why you want to heal there. So now we should just finish him off with Emerald Bite. So again, I made a mistake there. When he has dive off cooldown, use your Proto Strike at the same time so that you can dodge it. Alright, there we go. Red Cricket is now max level, level 25. So we're going to go ahead and heal up all our pets. Alright everyone, you'll just notice a small edit there. I forgot to turn in the quest. My quest log is full at the moment, so I need to do that. Alright, so now for the Thundering Spirit, we need to switch pets. Our team. So I've got here already a preset. That team here is the Hare and the Mechanical Dragon. I've got Terrible Turnip there just as a filler. We're going to go ahead and grab our Servant of Demidos to finish this. Sorry, I know you're probably hearing me shuffle my pages around, as I'm just setting up. Am I at him? Yes, I am. Okay. Okay, so I apologize again for that delay. So we're going to be leading with our carry pet. He does need to be a high level to absorb the damage. And what we're going to need from our hair is, I actually don't even have it set up properly, Flurry, Dodge, and Burrow. So you want to have that set up. Our Mechanical Dragonling will need Breath, so that's his first ability. We will need, I believe, Bombing Run. We will need Decoy. Yeah, so this ability doesn't matter. We're not going to be using it. All right, so let's go do the Thundering Spirit. Oh, yeah, it might help if I actually start the fight. So for our first turn, we're going to go ahead and use Pass. Can't do anything again. We're going to go ahead and use Pass. So we want him to absorb that big damage. And now we're going to switch to our hair. We're going to go ahead and use Burrow. And now we're going to go ahead and use Flurry. And we're going to go ahead and use Flurry again. And now we're going to use Dodge. We're going to squeeze in another Flurry here. Now we're going to use Burrow just to finish him off. Alright, now that he is dead, he's going to bring out Sludgy. We're going to switch to our Mechanical Dragonling. We're going to use Breath. Decoy. And we're going to go ahead and use Breath again. And Breath one more time. And we're going to use Breath one last time to finally finish him off. Again, there is margin for error, as you can see how low my Thunder Spirit is. Okay. So now what we're going to immediately want to do is we're going to want to swap to our hair. We're going to use Flurry. Dodge. And then we're going to Flurry again. And then Flurry. And now Burrow. And we're actually just going to repeat that sequence over and over again until the tunneler here is the dead. So again, it's Flurry. Dodge is Burrow. Flurry. Flurry again. This takes a little while due to the low amount of damage. And Burrow. One Flurry. Dodge the Burrow. Flurry. Flurry again. And now this Burrow should finally finish him off. And there we go. There's how to the way to two pet the Thundering Spirits. Now again, that needs extra pets, so I just did them as extra to show you how to get them as well. The other one, for every other tamer in Pandaria, this is the team they're going to use: Anubisath Idol and Emerald Proto-Whelp. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope it was very helpful to you. Look down in the description, you'll see links to the add-ons as well as the general information on the pets as well. Please check out my friend Never's channel. He's got really great WoW videos as well, especially on battle pets. He's got really good videos on those. And that's everything. Again, if you like it, please hit like and subscribe. I'll have more videos coming. And thanks for watching.